Okay, so sometimes when I'm thinking about how to talk about stuff, like I said in the last video, when you talk about these nephrons, there's always something that you're like, oh my gosh, how do I even show that? So the juxtaglomerular apparatus is one of these. So it forces me to draw the nephron the way it really exists. And so we had said that we have, the nephron consists of this renal corpuscle with the glomerulus, then the proximal convoluted tubule, the loop of the nephron, but then we have this distal convoluted tubule. And you notice that it comes back up here above the glomerulus, and it is in contact with the afferent arteriole and the efferent arteriole. So it's in contact with both of those. So you see, here's this distal convoluted tubule, and we had said, what are we going to do? We're going to be forming urine, and it's going to be making its way out to your bladder. So this thing, what does it do? It controls the rate of filtration. And we had said, what determines the rate? To a large extent, it's the size of the afferent arteriole relative to the size of the efferent arteriole. If you think about a garden hose, if you put that nozzle on that necks it down and makes it become more narrow, it'll shoot the water a long distance. Why? Because the pressure goes up. You have water coming in, and you get a smaller cross-section. So what is determining the rate of filtration is the size difference between the afferent arteriole and the efferent arteriole. So what's going on here? What's going on here is you have cells that in this region that are monitoring the filtrate, the urine that's being formed, and it's monitoring it, and the cells that are in that location there are called the macula densa. And so these cells that are here monitoring what's going on with the urine that's coming by, these are going to be sensing, are we losing a lot of water? Do we have a lot of, what is the composition of the urine? It's monitoring this kind of thing. And so what can it do? If we're filtering too much water, say, if we're filtering too much water, what it can do is the cells of the juxtaglomerular apparatus, so we have the juxtaglomerular apparatus with a portion of it called the macula densa. The macula densa is monitoring what is being produced, the urine that's being produced, but then we have the juxtaglomerular cells themselves. Well, what can they do? They can make that afferent arteriole smaller, reduce the rate of filtration. And so you have this sort of a feedback loop where you say, okay, we have all these processes, filtration and reabsorption going on, and we can control the rate of filtration based on the kind of urine that we're producing, and that is the job of the juxtaglomerular apparatus.